Hey guys, Monday. Let's get a session in. So you're going to be training with me, Ronan. We're going to be working on a focus with body weight only, okay? It'll be heavy on the legs, it'll be heavy on the core, but we'll be focusing on using the body weight only. And I'm just going to mute myself there because nobody wants to listen to me. So while you guys are getting yourself set, and what I mean by set is your position in the room, your tunes, your equipment. So basically what we need today is we need a chair or equivalent, stool, coffee table, whatever it is, wherever you are, whether you're in a gym or whether you're at home, and a kettlebell. It doesn't have to be a kettlebell today. I'm just using a kettlebell because I have one handy. You only need something to use as a, shall we say, a marker. So it can be a pile of books, or it can be a rolled up yoga mat, or even a pair of shoes. Just a point of reference. That's all we're going to use that for. So we'll just give ourselves a couple of seconds, let some more people come in. If you have any problems or any questions while you're training, that's cool. Just throw it in the comment section while we're live. And if you guys are watching this on record, just stick it in the comment section below the video and we will get to it. So again, say hello, let us know where you're from. Stick it up in the comment section. I've got the, sorry, I'm pointing at the screen. I have a screen behind the camera here, so I'll be able to see any questions as they pop up. Might be a bit of a delay while I have my head buried down in a workout, because I am going to be working just as much as you are today. All right, so like I was saying, as people are coming in, all you need today is a chair, some floor space, and then a piece of kit. It doesn't even have to be a kettlebell, it doesn't have to be a weight, it's just something I'm going to use as a point of reference for a workout. Today is all body weight oriented. All right, so we'll just let one or two more come in and then we'll get into our warm-up. All right, so giving yourself a little bit of space, we're just going to start with some lunges. So we're going to go feet hip width, we're going to take a stride forward, we're going to drop the knee to the floor, squeeze the abs, push yourself back up, change, drop the knee to the floor, squeeze the abs, push yourself back up. So take your time, alternating between left and right, using the whole sole of that foot as we go. Good. So, like I was saying, as you come in, any problems, any questions, throw it in the chat. I have it behind the screen, so I'll be able to see what's going on. If you're watching on record, that's fine. Throw it in the comment section below. We will get to it. This is body weight oriented today. Body weight, lower body and core predominantly. All right, so from here, we're now going to go into our squat. You're going to be very familiar with squat and lunge by the end of today. Feet shoulder width, toes turned out, stick your butt out, sit your butt down, push the knees out with the elbows at the bottom, hook your fingers under your toes, and then raise your hips up nice and high. Feel the stretch on your hamstrings in your butt and your lower back. And then pull yourself down into that squat again, drive those knees out. So we're going to be working for 40 minutes. So 3 seconds high, 3 seconds low. So we're going to be working for 40 minutes, well, 39 minutes and 50 seconds if you want to be really exact about it. We're going to be working for 1:40 on, and then we've got 20 seconds rest before we move to the next exercise or do round 2. So there's 10 exercises to get through, and we'll be pockmarking core in there every 2 to 3 exercises. So we'll be hitting our abs and hitting our lower body with endurance today. Okay, so from here, we're now going to walk it into a plank position. 2 hands on the floor, 2 feet on the floor. We're going to bring the right foot forward, drop the left knee to the floor. And then it's a big arm rotation. Get a nice twist on the spine. Bring the hand back down and change. So hip flexor stretch. And then big arm rotation. Back down and change. So alternating between left and right every 2 to 3 seconds with a nice rotation through the upper back. So we're trying to twist as best we can. Nice mobile twisty spine. You might get a few clicks and cracks and clunks going on the back. That's cool, that's all right. Okay, so from here we're now going to go on to our back. Channel your inner breakdancer. Soles of the feet are flat on the floor, and we're driving through the heels. Get those hips nice and high. Get those hamstrings, get those glutes working. And we'll get a little bit of a stretch on the quad and hip flexors at the same time. Rep it out. Very lightly tap the floor with the butt. And then pushing through the heels. So if you're one of those people who forgets to use the heels, just lift your toes off the floor so they haven't got any excuse or reason to get involved with this lift. The whole idea behind this is we're trying to get the hamstrings, that's the backs of the thighs, and the glutes, that's the butt cheeks essentially, working. Okay, we're going to take one leg off the floor now. We're going to go single leg bridge. And we'll change sides. And change back. So make sure your home setup is how you like it. No point in forcing a training session if you're not enjoying it. So make sure the parts that you can control, you have set up. Okay, both legs now. Still working. So the glutes and quads and hamstrings, they're endurance muscles. So we got to really work them, lots of reps, in order to get the best out of them. Okay, and then very slowly up we come, off the floor, and back to center. Right, so if you have your water, have it nearby, because we're going to have a 20-second window after our, well, minute 40, 100 seconds worth of work. So for 100 seconds, we're going to be going into box squats, okay? Box squats. After that, you get a 20-second breather, and then we're going to go into forward lunges. And we're going to do that twice. 2 rounds of that, then we're going to follow that with some core. All right, so if you're ready to go, give yourself a bit of space. We're going in 10 seconds. 7 seconds. 6, 5, 4, 3. Feet shoulder width. 2, 1. Stick your butt out, sit on the box, and back up. And we're just going to keep this going for a minute 40 seconds. And what we're looking to do is absolutely perfect that squat. So we have the safety net of the chair behind us. We've got our feet shoulder width, we've got our toes turned out. We're maintaining control at all times. There is absolutely no need for a weight here if we're going for a minute 40 seconds. All right, people are going to start looking at this going, you need to introduce some weight. It's too light, it's not hard enough. We're talking endurance today. Okay, so this is the marathon version. This is not the sprint or middle distance version. So I want you to really focus on using the soles of the feet fully engaged with the floor. You're going to stick your butt out like you're shutting a door behind you, and then you're going to corkscrew the soles of those feet into the floor to come back up tall. I'm already starting to feel that on my quads, and I know if I introduced a weight or I moved off the chair for a minute 40, the weight would start to shift to different areas that I don't want to target just yet. We'll get around to that later when we've got our lunges in play. Keep the knees pushed out to the side, soles of the feet engage the floor. So think about today as a 40-minute run as opposed to a series of sprints. We got 10 more seconds, then you're going to get a breather. At that point, have a quick slug of water, have a little walk around, shake out the legs, and then we're coming back into our next exercise. And rest, 20 seconds. Okay, so from here, we're going to go into our lunges. If you're going to use your kettlebell or your marker, just have it in between your 2 feet. It's just there as a guide to ensure that you lunge with the correct width. We don't want to lunge like we're on a tightrope. We want to lunge like we're on train tracks. And let's go. Big stride, drop the knee, back up, change. So I'm looking to get my knee onto the floor with every rep. And that kettlebell is just beside the knee as it hits the floor. That makes sure that when I'm lunging, I'm making that gap at all times. By doing that, I'm keeping the glutes active, the quads, and the hamstrings in play. I'm really focusing on using as much of the sole of my foot as possible. Keep moving with focus, and this is going to get pretty tough. Okay, so after this, we're going to use that kettlebell again, and we're going to go tap, tap, knee, knee. And what that means is we're going to be in a high plank position. That bell is going to be directly beneath my chest. I'm then going to tap it with my right hand, tap it with my left hand, tap it with my right knee, tap it with my left knee. And keep that movement pattern going for the minute 40 seconds. Keep moving. So I could be doing this with weight, but if I was, the sets would be smaller, and I'd be focusing on slightly different areas of the body. 15 more seconds. Starting to feel that on the legs now. Maintaining upper body, staying upright. The heart rate's up. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, rest. Keep that bell on the floor, or whatever it is you're using as a marker. We're going to do a high plank over it, and I'm going to tap with my right, tap with my left, tap with my right knee, tap with my left knee. Okay, down we get. 5 seconds. Hands are directly beneath my shoulders, feet are the same width as my hands. Let's go. Tap right, tap left, tap knee, hand, hand, knee, knee. And if it's a kettlebell, don't knee it too hard. And what we're looking for here is maintaining that plank position when we raise that limb off the floor. Because all of a sudden, we don't have 4 points in contact with the floor anymore. We've only got 3. And that means that body weight is divided by 3 as opposed to 4, and it's off balance. So your abs have to step in and make sure that the load is distributed as evenly as possible and the body is kept as parallel as possible with the floor. It does not have to be fast. It's slow, it's deliberate, it's controlled. And we've got 50 seconds, 5-0 left. Keep moving. Oh, our shoulders are burning. Already starting to feel that on the abs. Whew. So remember, with the plank, your hips, they're parallel with the floor. You're feeling tension on the abs. Oh, who needs weight in order to get a full body workout in, hey? Oh, we got 20 seconds left, and we're back to that chair for those squats. Now you can see why we've introduced the chair for the squats. Woo! 7 seconds. This is not easy. And rest. Up we get. Already starting to sweat. We're only 3 exercises in. All right, we got a second and last round of that. So it's going to be squats to the chair, lunges, and then we've got our tap, tap, knee, knee. 5 seconds, we're into our squats. 3, feet shoulder width, toes turned out. Let's go. Drop, tip, and up. Drop, tip, and up. So what I'd like you to now focus on, if you've got the, what I'd like you to focus on now, if you've got the technique down from round 1, is to start tailing off how much of your body weight you're allowing yourself put into that chair behind you. Because what's happening is, as we get tired, we tend to rock back, rock forwards, come back up out of our squat. We don't want that. We want to just tip with the butt on the chair, maintaining all that tension on those legs and glutes, and therefore keeping the pressure where we want it to be, as opposed to letting momentum of us rocking backwards and forwards in and out of the chair to come back up. So momentum is not our friend here. Yes, I am in a momentumous. I am in a state where I'm in constant momentum, but I'm in control of that. But if I start swinging myself backwards and forwards, that movement will actually take the pressure off the muscles I'm trying to target. We got 30 seconds left. So we will start switching out our legs in later on in the workout, and that's called bilateral. So we're taking one limb and working it on an individual basis, as opposed to working both at the same time. What that does is it starts to show where we have a stronger or a weaker side. And there's loads of different reasons why they're stronger or weaker, so don't freak out, we all have one. And rest. All right, we're back to our lunges. So remember that kettlebell or whatever you have on the floor as your guide. So it's beside the knee as we drop into that lunge, and we're lunging in 10 seconds. Heart rate is up. 5 seconds, 4, 3, 2, 1, and let's lunge. Focus on keeping the width. Keep that going. Nice work, guys. So sole of the foot fully in contact with the floor, dropping that knee all the way to the floor, and engaging the abs as we push up uniformly from the foot. The reason I'm stressing the width and the knee to the floor is because it ensures we've got the full range of movement. And if we've got the full range of movement, you're getting the full benefit of the exercise, and therefore working all of the muscle as opposed to only dropping your knee halfway to the floor. When you do that, you only get half of the movement and therefore tax half of the muscle. We don't want that. It's all or nothing. Whoa. So we have 45 seconds left. In 40 seconds time, we're going to go into our tap tap knee. And that will be the last one in this tricep. And then we're going to go into 3 new exercises, 2 rounds. Stay with me. Keep moving. And remember, the movement is deliberate. It's with purpose. It's with focus. And you are constantly in control at all times. Why are we doing this? Because we're targeting the quads, the glutes, the hamstrings, and by knock on the body fat and the cardio. And rest. Woo! Legs are a bit jelly-like. That's cool. That's a good sign. It means it's working. All right. So, our heart rate's coming up nicely now. Okay, so we're going to get into our high plank over the bell or the marker. It's directly beneath the chest. The hands are directly beneath the shoulders. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Hand, hand, knee, knee. And the focus here is on putting the hand directly back underneath the shoulder and keeping the focus on those abs. So we move slowly and with deliberate focus. Visualize the abs as they work, what they're doing, why they're doing it, what are they being exposed to. I'm a visual learner, as in I have to see something in a real world application in order for it to actually make sense for me. So if I can, in my head, visualize what I think the muscles look like when they're working, then that means they're going to fire a lot more effectively and efficiently. We have 40 seconds left. Whew. That means we are a minute in already. Abs tight. Whew. Shoulder burning. I think it's step ups next on the chair. But we won't worry about that yet for another 25 seconds. Stay with me. I'm starting to see little chinks come in the technique, so I'm slowing it down and I'm focusing more on the abs. 10 seconds. After this, we're going to move the bell to the side and rest. Okay, let's move that bell to the side. We're going to do step ups on the chair. Woo! If you need to support yourself, have it near a wall or put your hands on the back of the chair. I'm going to alternate my step up. So I'm going to go right, right, left, left. 3, 2, 1. Up we get, back down. Whew. So I'm alternating right up, right down, left up, left down. Sometimes I get confused, but that's just because I'm tired. Now, what I want you to focus on with this one is maintaining the full foot in contact with the chair. So I don't want to see any heel overhang. I want to see that full foot pushing into the seat pan of the chair. Because when the full foot pushes into the seat pan of the chair, then you're using all the energy uniformly and as efficiently as you can to get up onto that chair. If you have the heel overhanging, then it's useless. It can't help. And you end up overloading your knees. So after this, we're going to keep the chair in play and we're going to do a rear elevated split squat. Remember what I said about bilateral? This is it. So again, marathon, not a sprint. 20 seconds left. This is getting tough. 8 seconds, 7, 6, 5. Justify the rest. 3, 2, 1, rest. All right, so we got 20 seconds, and we're gonna keep that chair where it is. We're gonna put one foot up on it behind, and I'm gonna have this wall here if I need it for a little bit of stability. I'm gonna drop my knee towards the floor and use that full foot in front to push myself back up. 3, 2, 1, let's go. And it's not about speed, it's about full range of movement. It's about using the whole foot. It's about maintaining the correct posture. Squeezing those abs for stability. Oh. Woo. So I'm load bearing 99.9% of my body weight through the whole sole of that front foot, which just happens to be my right leg in front. Oh, it's starting to burn now. So I'm going to try and go the full 140 on my right leg. And then the next time around, I'll try and go full 140 on the other leg. But if you want to switch sides, do it now, because we got 50 seconds left. Oh, starting to burn on the quad, on the butt cheek. After this, we're going into our core row. We're going into our core row. So that's where we lie flat on our back, arms and legs are fully extended, and we sit up. And as we sit up, we draw our knees in, and we hug our knees at the top of the rep. But first, 20 seconds left, followed by a 20-second breather. Oh, it's burning right on the outside of the butt cheek. Oh, 10 seconds. Woo! Oh, this is going to be a waddler afterwards. And rest. Woo! All right. Right ass cheek is burning. Okay, onto your backs on the floor. Arms and legs fully extended. We're going to sit up and hug our knees. As we sit up, we draw our knees in to meet our chest. And let's go. Sit up, hug knees, back down. Tip floor beyond the head with the hands. Tip the heels off the floor, fully extended on the legs. Think of the floor as eggshells. When you make contact with your hands and your heels, especially your heels, you're not going to break them, but you got to make contact with them. There's that visual learning reference again. Oh, that's better. Camera view for you guys. Oh. Now, let's think about the role of the abs. Oh. Are we contracting the abs to draw ourselves up, or are we swinging our arms too much to create momentum? If you're swinging the arms too much to create momentum, you're not going to actually get the best out of your abs. So we want to think about the abs as contracting to draw us up and in to meet those knees. Oh. Good work, guys. Good work. Stay with me. We got 35 seconds left, and then we're back to those step ups for the second time, and that'll be the last time on the frontal step up. Oh, we have a lateral step up coming up later on. Oh, whew. And as I was saying, it's all about body weight, endurance on the lower and abs. Oh. Ooh, 10 seconds. Starting to feel those abs now. Focus on keeping momentum out of the way with the arms. 3, 2, 1, rest. You got 20 seconds. Those 20 seconds start to disappear very quickly. Quick slug of water. So the more fatigued you become, the quicker those 20 seconds start to disappear. 5 seconds, we're into it. Step ups. Full foot purchase on the seat pan. Let's go. So I'm just going to change feet on the chair each time now, just to mix it up, get a little wild. Oh, don't listen to me. Nice work. So what I'm focusing on here is not using the foot that's on the floor to help get up on the chair. The foot that's on the floor is actually dragged up by the foot that's on the chair, if that makes sense. So I'm trying to crush that chair into the floor, almost like I'm crushing like a drinks can with my foot. I'm not whooshing myself up off the ground, and I'm also controlling the descent to the floor with the leg and the glute that's up high on the chair. And by slowing it down, I'm really focusing on the relevant muscles and the larger muscles. And you work the larger muscles, you get a better calorie burn, you get a better definition, and you get a better range of movement. 30 seconds to go. And hey, you're only as good as your technique. So if your technique starts to break down when you add speed, then you slow down that speed until that technique is dialed back in again. Because the last thing we want is to just bodge out the minute 40. You're here for a minute 40, get the best out of that minute 40 that you can get. And rest. Woo! Chair is still in play. If you're gonna go half and half, right and left, I'll let you know at the 50-second mark. If you're a bit dumb like me, you're gonna put one leg up on the chair and keep it there. 3, 2, 1, and let's drop. And instinctively, you always put your stronger, more mobile side out first. So now, without even realizing it from the first set, I actually am working on the weaker side for my split squat. So what you'll notice, one side is generally more mobile, or it could be stronger, or it could be more explosive, or it could focus on the range of movement on your body and the way you carry yourself. So that's actually normal, generally speaking, is we have a better side and a slightly weaker, and I don't mean weak in strength, I mean weak as in all of those points I just raised. So when you have your weaker side in play, that's when you need to slow down and you really need to focus on what you're doing, how you're doing it, why you're doing it. So right now I'm focusing on the whole sole of my foot pushing into that floor. 30 seconds to go. Sorry for not giving you the 50-second mark. So pushing the whole sole of my foot into the floor, I'm squeezing my abs so I don't flop forward, and I'm squeezing through the glute at the top to get that full extension. But the ball of the foot is not pushing more than the heel and vice versa. It's a uniform pressure. We got our core row next. Woo! It's a toughie. Rest. Oh, there we go. That's a familiar sting. Okay, you're now on your back. Arms and legs are fully extended. And we're going to go into our core row. Again, momentum is not your friend when you're talking ab country. You got to squeeze those abs to draw yourself up. Let's go. How do we do that? We keep our arms beyond our head for as long as possible. And we go slower on the way down, which requires control through the abdominals. What kind of tunes are you listening to when you train? Throw it up in the comment section afterwards. Or if you're fast fingers during the 20-second breather. Always looking for new material. Nice work, guys. Keep going. We got 1 minute left on core row, and then we're going to be changing up. We're going to be going into our lateral step up and our lunge through. And that, at the end of the core row, is going to signify halfway through today's session. So you are flying it. So it's going to be lateral step ups. It's going to be lunge throughs. And then it's going to be bike crunch. So it's going to be a variation of what we're doing. We're just going to bring an oblique twist in to the movement pattern. So we have, 26 seconds to be exact. And then we're into a nice 20-second breather, well earned. You can use all the weights in the world. Nothing beats a good bodyweight endurance session. 7 seconds. And rest. 20 seconds. Oy, oy, oy. All right, so we got lateral step ups in play. Lateral step ups, we're going to stand side on with the chair or the table. You can put the chair facing away from you, so you can use the back of the chair as a support. You can use a wall. Foot goes up, we stand sideways up, and then back down. So as we come up, let's go guys, come on. As we come up, we are crushing that chair down like we did on the last set of step-ups, except we're doing it from a side-on perspective. So when I come down, my foot goes straight down to the side. It doesn't go back behind. Otherwise, you're just doing a forward step up again. If anything, exaggerate how far forward that foot is when you go down to the floor, and try and keep width on it. And then at that point, it's all about that fella up on the chair, dragging you up. 10 seconds time, I'm going to do an about face with the chair, and I'm going to go other side. Okay, that's the halfway mark. Flipping that chair around, other foot's up, and I'm not wasting any time to change it as quickly as possible. There's a few suspect creaks and cracks coming out of that chair. Oh, hopefully I don't break it, because that would be a blooper reel right there. Stay with me. Visualize that leg on the chair, crushing down into the chair. And then as you lower yourself down, again, visualize that leg on top. Fully uniform load bearing through the sole of the foot. So, 15 seconds, and then we're going to do lunge through. So get your imaginary hammer and nails out, because you're going to nail one foot to the floor for 50 seconds. 3, 2, 1, rest. Okay, get your kettlebell or your marker again. Pop it in the middle of the floor, right beside your left foot. Your left foot, nail it to the floor. Right leg is going to be lunging forwards and backwards continuously for 50 seconds. 3, knee to the floor. 2, 1. Kick back, drop the knee. Pass the bell, kick forward, drop the knee. So right knee to the floor, left knee to the floor. And it's all about rotating on that left foot whilst maintaining the gap with the aid of that bell in between. Because there's so many times out there we actually don't use the muscles, and we end up trying to balance ourselves on a knife edge or a tightrope when we're lunging. Keep the width. Whew. Those legs are burning. Oh, that's a good burn. That's a sadistic, masochistic burn. Okay, in 10 seconds time, I'm going to change sides. And it's literally a case of one foot stopping and the other foot going. And change sides. Look at that. Blink and you miss it. Oh, man. And I don't realize until I start moving how painful, or not painful, but how much of a burn that leg has gone through over the 50 seconds. So we got 35 seconds left. Stay with me. Remember, full range of movement is key. After this, we're going to stick ourselves on the floor, and we're going to go into our core row. And as we come out of the core row, we're going to be twisting to one side. So I'm going to twist to the right, lie back down, and then as I come up again, I'm going to twist to the left. It's not up and then twist, it's up and twist at the same time. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, rest. Wow. All right, bell out of the way. Break dancer on my back. Arms beyond my head, legs out nice and straight. 7 seconds, I'm going to sit up, and I'm going to twist so my torso is outside my right knee. And then lie back down. And let's go. All the way up, twist, all the way down. Hands and feet hit the floor. Up and twist left, down, hit the floor. And it's not about speed. I cannot stress that enough. I've said it since the start of the session. This is not a fast session. This is not a heavy session. This is an endurance session. Endurance, power, speed, strength, flexibility, mobility. They all fall under that umbrella of fitness. So you could be as strong as you like. You may not be able to endure much. Or vice versa. You could be able to sprint as fast as you like. But you mightn't be able to shift as much weight as you wanted. You could be as mobile as you like, but you may not be able to utilize it to push weights. They all go hand in hand in a symbiotic environment. Those abs are burning. And I'm starting to see my arms creep in to try and help with momentum. I'm not letting that happen. I'm kicking them back as best I can. 20 seconds time, we're done for this, and we gotta go back to our lateral step ups. Stay with me. Man, train with the trainer. Watch the trainer cry. 3, 2, 1, up. Woo! All right, laterals. Get your chair, stand side on. Shorts are right now, let's pull them down. Left foot up on the chair, toes pointing forwards, full foot in contact with the seat of the chair, and let's go. And again, maintain lateral positioning. Maintain full sole of the foot contact. Don't push off the ball of the foot more aggressively, pushing uniformly off the whole foot. Maintain the top leg doing the work. Bottom leg is purely there to stop you from falling into the floor. Maintain posture on the upper body. Yes, you can bend forward, but keep the shoulders back and keep the abs engaged, the abs tight. 12 seconds, then we're going to do a switch on the legs. Their legs are starting to burn now. I'm getting more wobbly. Got to control it. All right, I'm going to switch sides now. That's the halfway mark. And again, I start to feel it slightly differently on my right leg compared to my left. But again, that's where that weaker, stronger analogy comes in, which I then try and address while I'm working. So I'm trying to push as uniformly through the sole. I'm trying to stay upright. And then when I'm doing my mobility work, on other times, I make sure that the right and the left are as equal as possible. 15 seconds, and then no more lateral step ups. Sweating now. 3, 2, 1, rest. All right. Woo. So get that chair out of here. Get your bell in play or your marker in play. You're going to pop it beside your left foot. Left foot gets nailed to the floor. Right leg is going to be moving backwards and forwards. Knee to floor on each rep. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Knee to floor, knee to floor. Keep moving with focus. Using that left foot to drive myself up and through, and then using my right leg to push myself up and back. And I'm trying not, as I get tired, to let my foot rest beside the bell as it comes past it. I'm trying to keep everything working at a continuous momentum. Whoa. Wow. Burn. So we're really focusing on one side. And I'm also starting to find myself leaning my upper body over my left leg more. Don't want that. 5 seconds and I'm going to change. And change. Little adjustment there. Whew. Nice work, guys. So in 40 seconds time, wow, that's the endurance. In 40 seconds time, we're down. We're doing our core row, but we're going to bring that twist in as well. I'm going to enjoy my lunch today. I'm going to earn that. 20 seconds. Stay with me. 10 seconds. Slowing down, but focusing on my technique and posture. and rest. Whoa, there it is. Okay, back on the floor. Core row, and we got that twist over the front leg. Arms and legs fully extended. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Up and twist over the front leg. Back down. Take your time. Woo! Visualize. As you get tired, it becomes so much harder to visualize those abs working. That's where you got to stop for 1 to 2 seconds. You got to reassess where you are, what needs to work, and how it needs to work as you come up off the floor. Look at my notes at the same time. Nice work. Oh man. So, at the end of this, oh man, we are going into 1:40 of burpees to finish it all off. And that is gonna be tough as hell. It's 100 seconds for burpees. You didn't think you'd get away with it easy, right? Burpees also really tax the lower portion of the body, the quads, the hamstrings, the glutes, but nicely ramps that heart rate up. 15 seconds. We got 10 seconds. Keep moving. No chair needed, no bell needed. Just use some floor space and your finisher. Rest up. All right. Woo! 15 seconds. And then we're into our burpees. So, hands hit the floor. After the hands hit the floor, the legs go back. And then the chest hits the floor. Let's go. Hands down, legs back, chest down. In, up. Find that tempo that works for you. It is not sprint. It is continuous reps. It's 1:40 seconds long. Get your chest to touch the floor. If it means walking your legs out one by one, and then lying down fully, and then walking your legs back in one by one, then so be it. But you want to get 3 reps of absolute perfection over 1:40 seconds. I'm happy with that. As long as you get the full range of movement in your reps. Woo! You're on your home stretch, guys. Stay with me. There's a variation of the burpee out there for everybody. Hell, we lie down every night to go to sleep, right? 30 seconds. Keep moving. After this, we got our breather. Heavy breathing now. 12 seconds. Three, 2, 1, rest. 20 seconds. Stay with me. You've got this, guys. Time for one more. 1:40 seconds. That's 100 seconds of burpees. And then we are done. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. This is your last 1:40 seconds. Just keep moving. That's all it is. I'm not looking for a set amount of reps. I'm just looking for you to keep moving at a pace that you can maintain. Well done. 1:15 to go. Positive thoughts. Full range of movement. Yes, it's tough. Sure, I said that at the start, hey? That's endurance for you. It's so heavily taxing on the psychological aspect of training. Everyone can do 4 or 5 burpees fast, but can you do burpees continuously for a prolonged period of time? 40 seconds left. That means 1 minute is gone. Oh man. Keep going, come on. 30 seconds. Stay positive on it. Push yourself. 20 seconds. 15 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest. Woo! Oh. Oh. Just take a second to catch your breath. Well done. Sweat in my eyes. Wow, that's a high heart rate for that one. All right, breathe. If you got water and you need it, sip it. Don't gulp it. In through nose, out through mouth. And then walk. Just keep moving. Whew. Okay, so we got this far. The hard part is done. Now we do the easy bit. That's our passive hang and our hip flexors. So let's go feet shoulder width. Grab the opposite elbow. Soften the knees, stick your butt out, and drop. And we're going to hold it there for 30 seconds. In through nose, out through mouth. And visualize everything on the back of the body from the heels, through the calves, over the knee, into the hamstrings, up into the glutes, over the hips into the lower back into the shoulder blades into the shoulder sockets. And they're all just slowly releasing their grip and allowing you to sink more and more into the stretch. So now I want you to release the arms and let them just drop to the floor. The backs of the hands, the knuckles are on the floor, just gone completely ragdoll. You're not load bearing on any way on them. It just allows you to exaggerate that stretch on the lower back and on the hamstrings more. All the joints along the way are unlocked. Your knees aren't locked out, your hips aren't locked out, your shoulders are relaxed. Okay, so from here we're now going to drop our left knee onto the floor. We're going to put our right foot on the floor, 2 elbows on your knee, tip your knee forward, and feel that stretch on your hip flexor, on the leg that's still on the floor. And just breathe in through nose, out through mouth. Relax your shoulder blades. Relax the leg that's in front. Relax that butt cheek. So it's hip flexor, butt cheek, hamstring, shoulder blades. And just breathe. If you're feeling unsteady, just drop one hand to the floor. Keep the other hand on your or elbow on your knee. And just stretch out the the hip flexors. And then the hamstring and the glute on the leg that's in the front. Okay, and then very slowly let's switch. Other knee on the floor, 2 elbows on the leg in front, tip the knee forward. So while you are stretching, if you want, I'd love to get your feedback, whether it's on live or record. Give us a few comments there. What did you like? What did you dislike? What are you now aware of? Let us know how you're getting on, what kind of music you're listening to, where in the world you are. Did we like it? Did we dislike it? What would you like to see more of? What would you like to see less of? Where have you got issues in relation to your mobility, your range of movement, any tweaks, any niggles? Just let us know, because the more info we get from you, the more we can tailor these sessions going forward. Okay, last one, we're going to go into child's pose. So our knees are just under our hips. We're going to stick our butt back on our heels. We're going to walk our fingertips away from us. So we're stretching out the lower back into the shoulder blades and the shoulder blades into the shoulder sockets. Forehead can drop to the floor. Completely breathe and relax as you exhale. Everything is sinking. What are you thinking about? Is
Sorry, bad joke. And just breathe and sink. Shoulders, sockets are releasing their grip on the shoulders. Lower back is getting a nice stretch out. Shoulder blades are opening out like a sunroof. And you're just breathing, 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 and dropping and dropping and dropping. Okay, and then very slowly we're going to come back up. You might feel a little bit lightheaded as you stand up. That's okay. Whew. Big breath in through the nose and out the mouth. Well, guys, there's your moving Monday. I hope we enjoyed it. Hope we're as sweaty as I am. And again, we're always available if you have any questions, any comments, any issues, any insights, anything. Why is the sky blue? I don't know. I'll answer it though. I'll make up an answer. Sound convincing. Till then, guys, have a great one. And we will see you very shortly. See you later.